Okay, so not too long of a wait. Thank goodness we got everything sorted. We are into Inferno here, and as you can see in that top left there, we got Inferno, Nuke, and Ancient as our veto, as I think that came in a little late as well. So all good here as we get going for this upper bracket final now.
One thing that's worth mentioning as well, Chinggis Warriors have used Nuke a lot to punish teams within the Asian scene. It's not a map that I think is played to a super high level. It's played quite puggy. Chinggis Warriors don't play like that. They're normally very solid, decent protocols. It's worth keeping an eye on. If they take this first map, we could be in trouble. Let's see. XP, Sasiki, Spine, both gonna fall as well. It's a massacre. Okay. Hello. This is beautiful. Tikuak just 4 sharp kills. And in a matter of moments, as Ruben left all alone, he's got no chance in this round. I mean, that's that. What a shutdown from Bauk.
Yeah, crazy work. Absolutely crazy. We'll see if there's sort of any consolation. Chinggis Warriors opening with a statement, as we said, perhaps one of their closer tests of this cup thus far, you would assume. So to be able to begin in such a fashion is going to be a good feeling for sure. tikuak just missing some timing there. So Ruben's still creeping. Julies may well spot him out in a moment here, but timer is on. They were after him, slowly crunching in, and a flawless pistol to kick it off. An ace for tikuak as well. So he manages to find it. Absolutely beautiful.
These shots are really quite nice.
Yeah,
well.
crazy.
I gotta say, as much as I do want to give him a lot of credit, I think he's done very, very well in this round. I do have to sort of lament kind of Kaleido a little bit. I mean, guys, the spacing was pretty poor. The trading was really quite poor as well. It made it too easy for him to get an ace. I mean, he'll take that every day of the week. And a very comfortable start for Chinggis Warriors. And it goes back to what I was saying, right? Nuke has been a map in which Chinggis Warriors have used to punish a lot of teams within this region. Especially on LAN as well. This is a map in which they've utilized quite a lot because they do have decent protocols on it. Yami is a beast on that map when he gets going. If Kaleido lose Inferno, they could be in a lot of trouble here.
Yes, absolutely. And it starts off a little lazy. We'll see if they can bring some energy into this round. Unfortunately, the theory is there. Nice and quick, but it's coolest. Triple spray down for him. There you go. Ruben chiming in. Let's see if there's any more on this P250. Probably not with the low HP. A little bit of work, but finished off. I mean, they'll take 2 in a round like that. It's a return on the investment. But ultimately, Chinggis Warriors just going through the motions here. Looking really good.
Yeah, it's a simple round. It's an expected round as well. Just think where they're at. So much cash that's built up off the back of the ace. And such an easy buy around it, and this is where now 2-0 should be turned 3-0. There's not really too much of a debate in kind of this early start. Chinggis Warriors, they are considered one of the favorites in this cup for a reason, and my god, I mean, where they're at the moment, this is a side that are looking so unbelievably crisp. Let's see. We're going towards Banana and Root there to meet them, and he gets 2 as well. Both through the smoke. It's Rage whose head gets ripped off his shoulders. That's too easy. You're trying to go quick. You run straight in towards a brick wall at the top of car. He fires up here to meet them. A molly down, but it's extinguished by the smoke. Oh, and just more bodies dropping behind that wall that is the smoke itself. Mowed down at the end. Coolest will close. Easy stuff. No real doubts in that one.
Here we go, though. Big round on the cards. Very quick here as well. It feels like we only just got into the game. We're already 4 rounds in and into this, what could be very important kind of early turning point. Chinggis Warriors, no real work for them thus far. So Kaleido have got to put some pressure on. Otherwise, this might continue being the Chinggis Warriors domination, as we mentioned in that pre-show. I think 7 rounds maybe is like the deepest that they've dropped. So it's been very, very one-sided for 6 maps in a row in this cup. At the very least, we have some aggression forwards. It's a double nade on the return from Yami. Okay. I thought for a moment they had bitten off more than they could chew, but they are bailed out by one of the hotter prospects at one point within the Mongolian region, Mongolian country. And he is proving thus. Solid find. Standing strong here, looking for one more, and he's going to get them both. You can't be serious. An ace from Yami now.
What is this game? What is happening? Yami, so well done. You're right. You know, at one point, one of the hottest prospects. I still think as well, there's kind of legs for him to kind of get back into being considered a prospect as well. And it's moments like that, which is where you start to believe. Really, really nicely done from him, all 5. And God, things are going from bad to worse for Kaleido, aren't they? This is not exactly the start they want. It doesn't even look like their map pick. It doesn't look like they've played this map before.
Yeah, to be fair. I mean, it starts off pretty well in that round. You do have to hand them. There is a moment where they get a bit unlucky, but they should be able to deal with Yami. You know what I mean? Like, why are they not taking a pause, molly out sandbags, get a double swing on there? It's all very panicked. You know, there was 2 mollies at sandbags, for example. Obviously, he's gone above and beyond to get his kills, but there's little things in there, isn't there, from Kaleido. They're going to move fast into this round, though, not wasting any time. Spam through is nice and clean, but they're out the balcony real fast here. Key find to create space for this bomb plant. Coolest has got to be very careful. Kind of a point of no return, and coordinated double swing as well. So it does seem like they have got the memo here on that Kaleido side. A bit more coordination, a bit more discipline, and maybe we can get away with a round, but not quite over just yet, Neo.
Yeah. Retake has legs behind it. Spine, 1 foot in the grave. Suki, a Deagle, XP Sasiki's all on his shoulders, really. Interesting clear by Rue. He'll fall, and so will E5. The last man of Yami clipped, and finally Kaleido on the board. It's a bit of a scrappy retake in all fairness. Didn't look really comfortable there. They went in 1 by 1. It's the worst possible thing you can do in a retake like that. You want to be going in as a pack, or at least if you're going to go in as a split, you go in at the same time. So then you're kind of drawing attention away, and the chaos and the confusion maybe clutters the comms a little bit. We didn't see that. They went in 1 by 1. It was much too easy for Kaleido, and they finally get around on the board. The thing is now, though, there's still money to work with for Chinggis Warriors, and I'm still not convinced with the way in which Kaleido have looked in a couple of the previous rounds. Can't be a flash in the pan.
No, this is very true. Early nades out here. Taking some chunks away from the Chinggis Warriors. So that is certainly something to work with. Slow build up in Banana. Going to be 3 on B though, so Kaleido have to be very careful, or at the very least, very clinical how they enter this site. AWP trained in. So there's a few, again, discipline questions that come into the fore here. About a minute left on the clock as they make this move. There's going to be a response, though, from the CT side. We know how deadly these flashes can be. It's just a dry swing, however. I was expecting, you know, the classic lineup flash, but no, they just go in completely dry. Coordination pays off, and a mow down. It's Rue with 4. It's not quite the ace, but we're just trading multi-frag moments. Crazy work.
At the moment, just
Chinggis Warriors back on.
They're just pulling names out of a hat, aren't they? Right? Who's going to get a multi-frag this round? We've had 2 aces already, a quad kill that comes through. They just, taking turns. And again, comes back to what I was saying about heading in towards this round where I really wasn't kind of convinced, so to say, about Kaleido. Sure, they'd won that round prior in the post-plant, but it goes right back to Chinggis Warriors, making life look oh so easy. Coolest. Oh, bow! Oh my god, how did he spot anything there? How?
Crazy. Chinggis Warriors, man. They seem to be striding on another level at the moment. Definitely one of the cleaner teams that we've seen in this cup, both from the stats and also I think just from the eye test as well. These guys are looking really quite good at the moment. And they are hot on the heels, inspired by their compatriots maybe, to get on that world stage. Coolest going a little crazy here. Maybe just hold off. It's not quite a done deal just yet. Through the smoke looking for no scopes. Absolute carnage over on B. There is a lurking presence in Suki, but they're not necessarily unaware of him. So he will go down, unfortunately. That was kind of the one hope of maybe he can thread the needle. Not going to happen. So just Ruben with this bomb now. And down he goes too.
Yeah, I was about to say, Ruben, what have you got for me? Nothing is the quick and sharp answer. 6-1. Yikes. There's really not a lot to go. I really don't know how he sees him here. Is that an instinct shot? It's got to be, right? Because even with X-ray, I feel like we're not seeing anything there. So No idea how he gets away with that. Coolest showing a bit of that prowess. He's looked really sharp out the gate. 7-1 for him. But I say he's looked really sharp. Everyone's looked sharp towards the Chinggis Warriors. They are flying right now. Suki, he's been the main point of firepower for Kaleido recently, but not looking really on his game just yet. Coolest, how have you got out of there alive? One lucky individual, that is for sure. Molly down behind, which will tick on towards XP Sasiki. tikuak needs to be careful as well. But he got an ace from his position earlier, so who am I to say?
Oh, he wants the peak, but he's playing a safer game. Nearly gets caught on the timing. They still might be unaware, thinking they've got a bit more time to be safe from this balcony position. A little bit of a peek in, though. tikuak maybe spotting the shadow, I would imagine.
Look at this.
Foolish loves it.
It's crab walking around
shotgun style. Yeah, he's been really going for the clips, you know. He might be the only guy that's not had a crazy clip yet.
Yeah, it's his turn, really. There's a 3-piece with his name on it right here.
No scope in the middle.
Of course, jumping for the third.
Yeah.
Knife for the first.
Find out.
Let's see. tikuak. He could be in a bit of trouble here, actually. If they play this properly, they're going to flash him. So now he is definitely in a bit of trouble. Surely should go down. But somehow he's already got the kill. He gets a second. And the bomb is the one that swings him. Why? Why is the bomb swinging in pit? There's a time above their head. The bomb goes down. That alone, that's the round, really, already. Questionable decisions by Kaleido here, but it's a 7-1 scoreline, Harvey. I mean, we're flying through the rounds here on Kaleido's map pick.
Yeah, I think there's maybe just a take it back to basics kind of thing going on of like, let's just get the kills, you know, let's just focus on trying to frag. And even that's not quite working, so really scrambling for ideas. Coolest again. Looking to be the individual, looking to get those consistent kills. You know, it's funny, we're talking about these individual solo big moments. He's still up there 8-1, so he's obviously having a very good game. He's just not had the crazy round, but that's fine. Consistency is also what we really crave, especially from an AWPer.
Brute. One more for him. That's his 9th so far as well. E-Fire a freebie. Spine, where are you looking? Yeah, I mean, where are you going? He's just running behind. God, this is such a brute to watch. Not even a point of damage. Like, Kaleido, this is boys versus men out there. This is not a competition at all. I actually feel bad. You know, normally what was the word you used yesterday when I'm somebody who looks for, what was it like? Looks for like the...
Oh, Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude, right? What was it like? I look for the...
Like you find joy in others' misery.
Yeah, I don't even find joy in this. I actually legitimately feel bad for Kaleido. This is a tough watch. Oh,
I'm not even playing the game.
What is happening? Guys, please. Like, first 30 seconds, like, please stand still. I beg.
Not even, bro. That's like the first 20 seconds, 15 seconds, maybe.
No, that's what I mean.
You know,
like,
being really picky.
First 30 seconds, just stand still. Like, just stay in
sure.
spot.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Please,
No,
this is killing me. Like, guys, you are losing 1 or 2 people in the first, like, 10 seconds of play. Like,
yeah.
This is so, like, what is the call? There is no call. They're just running around.
Well, this is one of the core things I think that we see a lot in the Asian region at large, and where maybe we're seeing some of, you know, why there seems to be this split between the tier 2 Mongolian teams and the tier 2 Chinese teams. It's just the mental, you know? I think there's some maps in there where they'll lose like 2 or 3 rounds, or, you know, yeah, they get aced and then they get 4K'd and then they get aced again or whatever, and yeah, the mental just goes. It's like when it's 4-1, 5-1, you're really struggling, take a timeout. A lot of European teams at this level would take that timeout and just reset the mental. Sure, there might not be deep tactical conversations going on, but yeah, you just have to reset the mental. Otherwise, this is what happens. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing. 1 or 2 players that are like frustrated. Suki's 0-9, you know, and I'm pretty sure he died early.
He's been the main player for this side, you know, recently. He's been the guy putting up a lot of the numbers, putting a lot of the frags. Look where we stand now. What is happening? He's safe. Ruben and Spine just keep hold of their AKs, but oh, this is dire. And I come back to what I was saying. I'm not even finding joy in watching this, and I normally would. I normally would be laughing, you know, writhing in the quote unquote pain a little bit, but this is a tough watch.
This is a bit much. I just feel like they're not even getting into any rounds. You know, you can kind of, when there's like clutches going on, when there's all these, again, if it was the individual moments that were needed, but now we've just completely 180'd on that, and it just doesn't seem like Kaleido have woken up today. You know, I have no, like, 0 kills is pretty egregious, but like the team at large are just not really contributing very much, so... And this is meant to be their map pick.
Yeah.
Which is all, like, it just compounds. It just gets worse and worse.
This is the one that were like, we're going to compete with Chinggis Warriors. This is the map we're going for. I feel like Inferno's good. 9-1 is where we're at right now. So this is a brutal watch. But hey, we've survived the first 30 seconds. Let's go. Not even a point of damage. It's a good start. I mean, it goes exactly the same as usual. Suki goes 0-10, first to fall again. So those things aren't changing, but we survived the first 30 seconds. There's progress here.
Ruben. Oh, dangerous peek. Coolest just gives him the timing to get away. Oh, break comes in, though. He loves this, like, smoke play. You never expect the AWPer to push a smoke, right? I think that's where the logic is here. Waiting for a bit of action around him. He's going to be a bit late, and yeah, steps out kind of aggressively.
Hang on.
We might have something going here. Tikuak, though, gave him the space, let him back off. Maybe could have contested a bit earlier. Unfortunately, now has lost the element that he had, the control that he had. But you can see there's absolutely no idea of where this last player is. So it might make all the difference. Unfortunately, has gone banana, which seems to be the inkling for this ace.
He's got
a scary prospect.
He's got a belt here, man. Smoke nade flash. Kit to work with as well. There's a molly for XP Sasiki, but where does he use it? Or does he use it?
Seems not. It seems not. Both of them wanting to just completely starve information. Oh, it's the jump that's heard, I think. And the ace that comes in. A big round. There's an individual moment for Kaleido, one back. We'll see if it'll be enough here, though.
Yeah, and let's be completely frank. Chinggis Warriors were kind of throwing there. They're like peeking one by one. They just wanted to get the kills. They know, Kaleido know, we know this game's done, right? But yeah, that's just Chinggis Warriors looking for stats. And it cost them a round. Is it going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things? Absolutely not. No way. If I'm being frank, Chinggis Warriors probably just respond now, get a 10th, and kind of see things off. You can just see, even still, despite an ace there, the money is still pretty torrid over towards Kaleido. Double AWP in play as well. Flash round. Oh, he lines them up as well. E-fire. That util is excellent. And the lineup by Rue is sumptuous. That is more like it.
Yeah, back to the regularly scheduled programming here for Chinggis Warriors. In a way, it is to be expected, as I think you were getting at. Okay. Didn't quite land. I mean, the flash is still a little hard to see through for us, but felt like that was pretty on. All the same. Living at least for a little while longer, we'll see. They've tried the B-bomb site, not really fancying it. Now looking to back off. Out towards a coolest on another cheeky angle with this AWP. Able to get back in for a bit more, but can't land that second shot. Damage done. Trade is there. Spine finds himself alone. I think they'll have a good idea that he's at the very least late to the party, if not still on beat. Okay. Just take your time.
Yeah, no panic, mate. You're right.
Okay, this is one of the jewels of all time.
Yes, in the end.
He gets him eventually. That is an absolute mess there, folks. But either way, 10-2 at the turn of the half. Not much more to add than that. We will catch you in a few.
Welcome back. 10-2. That was some of the Counter-Strike of all time. I wouldn't say the best, but it was some of it. Chinggis Warriors just looked really, really good. But do you know what? I'm being honest here, Scrib. I don't even want to say Chinggis Warriors look good. I think it's more just Kaleido look bad. They were non-existent. There was no game plan. There was no theory of what we're going to do. What's our default? What's the idea? They were just running in one by one and dying, losing head-to-heads. It was a tough watch, to say the least. And I don't know if things are going to change heading on towards the CT side. But Suki, I like this. First kill. Let's guarantee it. Oh, no. 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 Suki, why? Why?
I'm actually lost for words. It doesn't happen often. That's insane.
Oh.
That's so insane, man. Like, that just really sums it up.
0-12. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That makes it so much.
He's 0-12. That was gonna be his first kill.
Oh
Suki.
my god.
What are we doing, man?
That is actually crazy.
I don't know how
I've not seen one that bad for a while. I've not seen one that bad for a while.
I don't know how you missed that. I genuinely don't understand how you missed that.
Yeah.
I'm in shock.
I'm so speechless. It doesn't happen often.
My our good mate Jordan Elfish guy regularly does a Asian Counter-Strike moment of the week, and that is it. Like that's it. And it's normally like something a little bit like, you know, funny, hoo-ha, whatever. That is it. That, like, what have I just witnessed? Anyway, this round's already done, by the way. Chinggis Warriors are found 11, and Rue will see off Spine. I'm still at, like, a complete loss for words, though. That was something. Oh, the replay, guys.
Oh, the replay is doing him dirty. The replay is doing him dirty.
Oh, I have so much respect. Thank you.
I mean, it's got to be done, though.
Thank you, Prod.
It's a big moment. You know, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to add. It just speaks for itself, honestly.
Yeah. I think the less said, the better, maybe.
Yeah. The more I speak, I think the more trouble we'll end up in.
Yeah.
You know, with
over there.
Suki at least.
Oh, Suki again. We're peeking mid with a deagle against a full buy. Like, he's asking to not get a kill. 0-13.
Yeah, but at this point, you might as well just do, like, anything.
Yeah. It's got nothing.
You know what I mean? Just, like, any idea that pops into your head. Because it's not... There's no sense to it. Where's your first kill going to come from? Who knows? So just, you know, keep throwing things at the wall until something sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's got nothing to lose. Quite literally, he's gained nothing in this game so far. Smoke over towards Plant Pot. Oh my god, the spam is not far off. Oh, yummy. Love it. Ruben gets spammed down. Last man of Spines over towards the A site, and he'll just save the UMP. What else can you do?
Indeed, feels kind of like a futile mission here, so we're going to have a bit of a longer finish to this round. But we will get there eventually. It's a nice UMP skin at the very least.
Yeah, I've not actually seen that one. That's got to be new, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Maybe from one of the map collections. It is pretty cool.
I can get behind it.
The UMP creeping in.
They're probably not going to get near him for the hunt, so safe to say he'll be keeping that UMP alive. Man, this has been a questionable game of Counter-Strike from Kaleido, and I bigged them up a little bit. They were pretty good on LAN when I saw them out in Yancheng for ACL. They were pretty solid. They were one of the open qualifier teams who made it to the main event, and then actually made a deep run as well in the main event, despite being an open qual team. I think they actually might have been the last remaining open qual team that were like still fighting with the invites, like your FlyQuest and your Tylus and your Rare Atoms and whatnot.
Gotcha.
But and they actually put up a decent fight on land too. Again, I'm pretty sure they pushed FlyQuest a fair distance, but yeah, man alive. It's not been great to see.
Yes, I think that is putting it lightly. And so we do worry for their life cycle into the next map as well. That Chinggis Warriors nuke really quite a good pick for them and something that they've been leaning on quite a lot. So, yeah, not looking good for the life cycle of the series, especially if you've got players that are just really struggling to get into the game at all. There is a little bit of something for the FAMAS. Unfortunately, will it be enough is still the question. There's a man advantage across here for the Chinggis Warriors. And they still have a fair amount of utility to work with, so plenty of options still available.
Yeah. What is the plan here? Coolest. Up close. The Molly gets airburst there, or extinguisher the smoke? Either way, ineffective. They're heading towards A. There is a flank brewing, is the kind of the main thing, and the flank is the rifle. If you can step up the pace just a little bit, could actually be quite damning. Suki's here, but they're barreling out. It's a Deagle, so they should have no issues overcoming this one. Down he goes on the 180 as well by Coolest or Fine Spine. 13-12. A next to non-existent.
Just kept them out of the game entirely, to be honest. It was hard to watch, but car crash Counter-Strike, we might call it. You know, you can't look away, but you have to watch. So indeed, we will see if there's a bit of a change up, if there's a bit of a bounce back. We're hoping, let's start small. 5 rounds maybe for Kaleido on this map, but Chinggis Warriors, this is now in the palm of their hands, of course.
Yeah, it was legitimately some of the kind of the most brutal Counter-Strike I've watched in a while. The big question on everyone's lips as well is, can Suki get a kill in this series? Let's find out as we go live. We're on the way here. CT side start, of course, for Kaleido is good. They have dived down Ven so quick. Root, first engagement on towards Rage will go well. Suki's already dead. He's the first to fall again. That's becoming a little bit of a consistent factor as they've taken that B site. They've gone so quick. This is a beautiful pistol from Chinggis Warriors.
Yeah, it seems to be something they've really got down pat as well, is a very solid set of pistol rounds. Get that springboard and just give themselves a bit of a boost. And again, I think they understand how important momentum can be within this region and how easily some of these teams, we may have seen it with Kaleido on map 1, how easily they can just tilt, right? So getting off to a super strong start, I think, seems to be really, really valuable. And they've been doing that pretty convincingly here.
Yeah, that's a really, really good indicator of just how strong Chinggis Warriors are on this map. I mentioned a little bit earlier, they've been using this map a lot to punish teams. It's just one in which I don't think is super deep in the Asian scene, apart from at that really top level. And Chinggis Warriors, they've obviously got a lot of reps under their belt with it. If I had to assume, they probably do a lot of prac with the Mongols on it. And it's just one that they punish a lot of teams. And a lot of these Chinese teams do play it themselves, but outside of kind of like the top 2 or 3, it's very scrappy, it's very puggy, it's very loose, and it's really easy to punish.
Yeah, absolutely in agreement with you. We're going to see here maybe a different level of play from the Chinggis Warriors. Nice opener to kick things off. Looking clean here. Just Suki remaining, who is still on the search for his first kill.
I believe.
Here we go.
Here it is. He's flanked once with a USP.
Actually a decent chance. It really is. Oh,
Suki.
Just let it play out. He hears him.
Oh my God, he's panicked.
You can't get there, man. Relax. Oh, come on.
He dinks him.
He's so close. He is just pure panic though. Like, he hears a step off to his right and like checks the right hand corner. There's no way he could be there. Like, what are you looking at, man?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got an M4 now. Surely a kill on the cards. Surely.
Surely. But then again, we saw the entire team Inferno. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You're right.
Outside again. Control coming through. Oh my God. Damaged out on towards Yami. Raised first to fall. Only Ruben's got a kill so far, and that was in the pistol. So this is still looking to try and get properly activated. This is the round to do it. Your first gun round. They're down towards Seeker already, though. Ruben, very low, but he will get a kill.
Yeah, we'll see here if there's a way back in. They've managed to get quite a few bodies down below quite quickly, though, I think is the thing. And no one in the direct vicinity to really stop them. Gap found by Chinggis Warriors. Keep it simple. And they're able to get the bomb down. And this is where you have to ask yourself a question. You've got no utility, lots of chunks taken out of these players, and no kit, of course. So the retake is going to be really quite the challenge, I think. Trying to find the first hit. Close again, but no cigar for Suki.
No.
It will be the save out from Kaleido. So there's that at the very least.
That's the right call, without a doubt. Like, extremities aside of Suki looking for this first kill, the save is absolutely the right call. They've lost the B site. They've got no real information of how to get back into it. They just can't afford, obviously, to try and give it a go and lose either. So, as much as it's a painful thing to do, this is absolutely the right call. Suki did have a chance to kill there. He spotted the leg, but it wasn't enough. It's a freebie round. It's a nice call by Chinggis Warriors as well, right? Because they've been defaulting of taking outside control and then sort of reacting off the back of it. Do we do outside control and then wrap in towards the A site? Do we continue to go down towards B? That time, the standard smokes that come down towards outside, they cross and they just contact all the way to the site. And as the MAC-10 that barrels out first through double doors realizes there's no one here. They're playing really standoff. It's actually over towards ramp. So they've given us all of this lower control for free. It's nice detective work coming through, in all fairness.
Well, we'll see. On a reset here from Kaleido, are they able to answer back and, you know, finally make something competitive of this series? Or is it Chinggis Warriors to just continue the absolute demolition of this team? I'm going to tell. Looks like they're going for more of the same. These smokes are going down at the worst moment. Pants down for sure, but they do manage to find the kill. And again, they have a few options available. They don't have to necessarily dedicate down below. Could change things up here if they choose. Kind of working on the fly. I think Chinggis Warriors enjoying themselves here on Nuke and just being creative. You know, what can we get away with at the moment until perhaps they start losing a couple rounds.
They're having fun with it. I can't blame them. Waiting now. He's got lobby control. They've gone for this kind of crunch. There's 40 seconds left to work with, though, and it's not a lot of time, really. But then Kaleido are falling away from this. I think they're so confused, to be perfectly honest. They have no idea what's going on. Ruben, we're going to kill quick trade that'll come through. Will they clear spine close right? It's looking like no, actually. This molly will come down, and it will be spine for one only. A quick trade that'll come through. They're sort of aware of the possibility of a flank from XP Sasiki, but that won't stop the bomb going down.
Indeed, gonna get that plant in.
Come on, Suki. He's going to heaven.
He's moving up. We're all rooting for you. Next piece of Siki is close. Flash in hand. Maybe spotted a little shoulder of Suki as well. Also now going to be seen. Yami moving up behind. It's just mean at this point. He will finish off both. Not a chance in for Kaleido. Again, maybe could have argued for another save situation. It's going to give Chinggis Warriors a pretty hefty buffer to work with now.
I thought he was going to go for the knife there as well, going up Yami. He actually really could have if he wanted to. It would have been very kind of mean to do, but he definitely could have done it. 4-0 start. This is a pretty flamboyant T-side that Chinggis Warriors are kind of utilizing at the moment. They're changing the tempo, the pace these rounds. They're throwing a few gimmicks in there. Kaleido is so confused. They have no idea what Chinggis Warriors are kind of producing in towards these rounds, and hence why things are going as bad as they are. 3 out of 5 players on towards Kaleido yet to get a kill as we head towards the 5th round. A damning position to say the least, but Yami tagged down very low by Spine.
Could be workable from here, actually. Do like the position that they have with that damage, with a bit more care being taken towards B for the CT side. A slower roll from the Chinggis Warriors as they don't feel as comfortable or confident as they have. Oh, recently, big moment downstairs as Coolest takes the peak. He will lose the fight, however. And yeah, that makes such a big difference with Yami being on low HP. This is actually a very doable round now for the CTs.
Okay. 40 seconds. Again, as they move in. Molly down towards open. Fire. Gonna try and lead the charge. XPC keeper one. Quick trade coming through from Rue. Spine gonna get a kill of his own as well. This is it. Yami's all that's left. Oh, and it's Suki who sees him off with a jumping kill. He's so back. Finally, Suki gets on the board. Is this the star? He just needs to get the first and the floodgates open.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. I mean, he has the opportunity to go absolutely crazy, and I think that could be one of the generational performances of all time. But easier said than done. Chinggis Warriors as well. As we talked about, I think maybe not stressing out too much with the calls and the methods. But we'll see now if they're able to get back in. Okay, there's a bit more confidence to the Kaleido side, it would seem. Spine with a big opener as they break through the smoke, right? Definitely making some moves here. Chinggis Warriors coming back in with the exact same outside execute they've had maybe 3 rounds in a row now, actually. At least at some point within the round. Spine, meanwhile, still hanging about. Trying to just fake things out as they move down below. And again, what is the question? Are we going full commitment? Are we going halfway in? Just trying to play around the conditioning of Secret.
Ruben. Smart thing to do. It doesn't actually need to really move. He can just jump on the spot. They can't really hit it anyway. Just kind of making it a little bit harder for themselves or anything. But get the information on the less. Oh, now he does. Gets a little. Normally that's where you jump on the spot rather than jumping side to side because you can kind of miss it on timing. And they've actually got close on timing. So this is going to be a little bit funky. Ruben could be in a bit of trouble here. Good for the first. Looks for a second as well. But a quick check that'll come through. Another kill from Suki. The floodgates have opened, but briefly.
Yes, indeed. We'll see whether it's going to be enough here. A little bit of an awkward retrieval. Where is this bomb? Yeah, gets way too weird. Coolest, his position going to be known as well. Not a lot of time. The Molotov. Coolest going to go through, attempts the no-scope, because of course he does. He loves a bit of shotgun AWPing, but he didn't have a lot of time to work with there, unfortunately, and it gets away from them. Kaleido with a couple in a row now.
Oh, wow. I just think, unfortunately, for Chinggis Warriors at times, and we've seen it in kind of the 2 rounds, won by Kaleido. I know you saw this in the kind of the very few won by Kaleido in that first map, which is Chinggis Warriors. They do just try and play a little bit too loose, a little bit too kind of overconfident because they know they're the better side. And I think that's another one of there. They play a little bit more slower, a little bit more defaulty. They have no issues closing out that round. Unless Tech9s, a couple of them support a triple AK setup. Not a lot of util, in all fairness. For Chinggis Warriors, they're going to have to win this on Pugs. Rue's not going to dive through, is he? Or are all of them going to dive through? Yes, they are. They're all diving through. And a quick trade's not bad. Another kill for Suki. He's got a kill 3 rounds in a row. He's so back.
He's more back than he's ever been, man. You know, I think he's way up. He's way up. But whether it's going to have a difference is always a question we've got to ask, you know? He's not quite having the crazy impact. Okay, that is a big kill and a big flick. 2 in from single now as well is going to be a real problem. Down to just Rue. It's very doable. Smoke on the bomb, window already open. Oh, wrong side, but it's the lowest HP player that gets on the bomb. Kind of comical. We're going to get another one here as well. On the wrong side, trying to find it. Lands the bullet, but he just didn't have enough. Not enough commitment from him. Oh, man. Rue, it really felt like he had the world handed to him on a silver platter there. Lowest HP, then the second lowest HP guy getting on the bomb. Really quite an awkward move from Kaleido, but they make it work and he just can't quite finish them off.
A third now for Kaleido. They've already superseded what they got in the entirety of their own map pick. There was plenty of room for improvement and they've done exactly that, improved. And they've broken the econ as well. Are we potentially so back? We'll see. Oh, shot from tikuak. Should get traded as Spine has reclaimed some of this space here. And XPC is going to be the one to get the kills.
Spine. holding out for a few of his own. Asia-Pacif, checking the wrong way. Maybe a little awkward here as they're not super coordinated. Spine was backing off. Asia-Pacif goes in. So, a little messy. They're going to be all good in the end. And Kaleido have even things up here. So, Chinggis Warriors, these are the kinds of moments that we say, time to take a timeout. Not quite working in the way that it was in the early stages of Nuke.
We're tied. I'm liking this. We might have, you know, like I said, it just needed that one kill from Suki, and then we are floodgates opening. Not only in terms of him individually, but Kaleido as a whole. And now for the first time, really, this entire series, it generally feels like we actually can start to have a discussion about this game a little bit. You know, the entirety of map number 1, we were kind of just slightly laughing and joking our way through it because that was a foregone conclusion for the longest of times. But this is now a legit position where we can actually start to say, okay, there's a chance here. There's a real world in which Kaleido can start making things work. Rage plays aggressive towards outside. Does actually get away.
Just chilling for the time being. Re-Smoke's coming in here towards single. We'll see what Chinggis Warriors have got planned. It looks like an A burst at the tail end of things here, but not loads of utility in which to do that, or at least set it up. So, I'm really going to have to move quick and effective. Asia-Pacif, though, holding cleanly. He's got backup as well. There's not much they can do. Hut burst doesn't quite work out. Spam is successful. So we'll see here. There's a hold and a push from Ruben at ramp, but Chinggis Warriors, maybe one option in this outside player that might work for them.
Shot. Back of spine. Numbers level once again. Rage will bring them back in favor of the CT side. We've got 25 seconds. We don't have a lot of time here. Picking up the bomb and going towards roof. Are they committing to the save? Well, it doesn't really matter. Yami and Coolers both caught. And for the first time, Kaleido actually in the lead.
Crazy to see. Absolutely crazy to see. And time will tell how long it lasts. Here we are with the timeout, right? Maybe wanted to see this slightly earlier from the Chinggis Warriors if we are being nitpicky. But at the very least, it is a big difference immediately that we see between these two teams. Chinggis Warriors able to take a step back and say, right, obviously not working anymore. We've got to change things up here. Just squeeze out a couple more rounds from the T side, and I think you can be satisfied with that. I don't have a lot of room to do that, though, unfortunately. This buy here is not going to be very strong, if at all. Question mark? Maybe something going on. Tikuak thinking about the AK drop, perhaps. There might be something cooking.
Let's see. Hate to see it with the tech pause, though, but hopefully only a brief one. I can get this, show back on the road. Tikuak, I kind of like the idea of the AK, though, like you were talking about. I mean, you got 4.9k. Hero AKs are really in fashion right now in the competitive scene. I can get behind it.
Yeah, I can definitely feel it. I can definitely get behind it as well. So we're going to find out at this stage as to whether it is going to work for them. I mean, again, it comes down to a question of like, what have you got in that back pocket, as it were? But also we've got to see off this tech pause, which is going to make life very, very awkward and very difficult, I think, to return to form and just kind of yeah, it's the momentum and everything that Kaleido are happy with at the moment. So you have to be wary.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, it really kind of shuts down this momentum we were kind of running with a little bit. Especially for Kaleido, I wonder whether there is some level of a knock-on effect because of that. Yeah, you're starting to scale. You're starting to build up quite well. Things are, generally speaking, feel okay. And this will slow everything down. But there we go. Time is back live. So is the game. We can get back underway once again.
And indeed, we are set to go here. So, yeah, comes back to the question as what we're going to be able to get out from these lower weapons, but that AK in particular. Suki is caught here. Does well to find one on the transfer. Just can't get the initial player that he was transferring from. So looks a bit funky. In comes the AWP, however, to keep things interesting. Oh, Ruben goes wide. Not expecting them in so deep. That could be a game changer of a kill. You see the Tech-9s have been upgraded pretty comfortably here. Bomb plant coming in. Oh, and you really do start to worry for Kaleido now. They're lacking information, lacking position. They've got an AWP in. The awkward retake. Rue round the corner has the drop on 2 and gets them both down to just XP Sasiki. And he does not fancy it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Not in this 1 versus 3. Keep out of the rifle. It's way more important. And this is kind of what we were talking about, right? It's that momentum that's been broken and I guess slowed back down, right? And because of that, now Chinggis Warriors back in. They go a slightly more tempoed round. And the fights go well. So tying the game back up. 5 rounds T-side. If we're talking about a general game of Counter-Strike and the average kind of where 2 teams are relatively similarly matched, 5 rounds T-side is really good. In a weird way, though, especially like what we saw in map number 1, and actually even how this map started, there's arguments to be made that 5 rounds is not enough here.
It's true. It is true. I think with the way that we expected things to pan out as well, this is the thing, you know, the mentality of the pro player and the way that a game of Counter-Strike works. You have this best of 3 notion, you have breaks in between and everything, and you can kind of get in your own head. You took their own pick of Inferno, we're now on Nuke. Job's done, you know? And it's nice for us to be able to say that and conjecture around that, but you have to be very careful as a player in the moment to not let laziness step in. That might be a little bit of what we've had here from the Chinggis Warriors. Interesting position. 2 in the warehouse could be big.
Yeah, this is a bit funky. Actually, they could catch one guy crossing in towards lockers. No, it's Suki who gets his. And a find from Ruben as well on towards Yami. In trouble now. I don't think Chinggis Warriors can really do anything with this round, especially because of how low E-Fire is. Unless Coolers pulls off a bit of a classic that he's been able to do in the past, he needs a big multi-kill.
Maybe even an argument for the T side to just let this one play out, take the weapons into the next. We'll see though. Kill comes towards Coolest. Oh, wait a minute. Another one found by him. Minimal damage. Oh, that is awkward. Up the ladder. Just not expecting a player down there. Kind of what they had to work with. E-Fire will find a big one. He's right with the Heaven player here, but just cannot find the kill. And it's big man Suki to save the round. That comes far too close for comfort. 1 bullet, the difference in the end. But it's 6 for Kaleido at the very least.
Suki never loses those. Put him in 1v1. He don't lose them. He looks very nervous, but he doesn't lose them. That's all that matters. 6 rounds. CT side. This is workable. This is doable. We can start now building up the idea of how we make this game work. It's going to still take a lot of effort because it is the T side up next for Kaleido, and they looked so janky on that T side, but still, I'm not going to count it out just yet. 1-for-1 trades early. XP to Siki and tikuak. The 1s 2-4. A lot of damage dealt towards Rage and Spine, though.
Quite a bit indeed. Spamming away there. Nothing on the other end of it. Chinggis Warriors, of course, it's unconfirmed damage. They don't rightly know What's on the other side here? Okay, bit of faff with the nades, but they make it work eventually. So it looks to be maybe an A move in the end. Chinggis Warriors winding this clock down at the moment. Just clear out that hut, top hut angle. Not quite up there. Close, but not quite up on the hut. However, it's a fake out, so, you know, there's a lot of tit for tat here from the Chinggis Warriors. A lot of thought being put into this one. Yami's crept up and finds a pretty important kill. They're easily able to take B now, and you feel this retake going to be a real challenge for Kaleido.
Okay. Coolest. Fine spine. Moving Suki. Suki was big in the clutch early. He's spamming. Oh, he does so much damage to Yami, but it still might not be enough. And there's really now a temptation of, do we group up rather than playing individual? Suki's going to fall to the hands of Coolest. Ruben, time's already too far ticked. Nothing really he can do here. Obviously, you give it a go, because why wouldn't you? But he's looking for frags. He's looking for stats. 6-all, tied at the half. It's better from Kaleido, but still a long road to making this map stick. We'll have to see if they can after the break.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been testing so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and Rolex account or blue face. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon, red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on the better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life.
Well, here we go. More of a game on our hands here on Nuke. The Chinggis Warriors start off very, very well and take their foot off the gas, and Kaleido capitalise massively. They have brought this as close as possible into the turn of the half. We'll see if it's a different story, though. Nuke can often be difficult on that T side, of course. Chinggis Warriors going to have to show us why they are a bit of a favorite here. Clean headshot from Yami, a catch as well of them going down. He actually gets another. Wow, I didn't even think he was close to that, but thins out the numbers. Julie's getting involved. Lurk is caught here as well, and actually the final player left. So once again, the Chinggis Warriors on the pistols, certainly living up to their namesake. Just Suki remaining here. They know exactly where he's at. His days are numbered, maybe? There it is. Okay, Coolest will take him down. He gave it a good valiant effort.
Got his kill. That's all that matters. 8 more than he got in the entirety of Inferno.
Yes.
So far.
There was a time he would have given anything for a kill.
Yeah. And now, like London buses, they're all coming together. 7-6 though. For Chinggis Warriors, this has been such a consistent factor for them, is getting strong starts and getting out the gates quite early. Pistols have looked, just generally speaking, actually really quite good for them. Maybe we should be able to follow it up, for the most part, pretty effortlessly. There's no buy to be brought forward for Kaleido. Just a deagle for Rage, and it's a deagle that hits the deck.
Yami for a bit more. Oh, looking good at range. Here you go. Tapping heads. Goodness, this is clean. Bit more work for the final player, it would seem. And he's got the deagle now as well. But it's all good. Yami on the one taps for the ace. We're back to acing ways, it would seem.
Oh, yeah. 14 and 8 for him. Okay, we'll take those. Absolutely. Well, yeah, even still, it is a position where, I guess for the most part for Kaleido, you don't need to be too concerned about it. It is a bit of a nothing round. This is the one that matters. First full gun round going to come through. This is the one where we've got to now really make a difference. The question being, of course, is can they? Early use out towards A set there as well to smoke down in front of that single door. Yami, little check to the left. His body's out here. I don't know if he wants to stick around for the fight, but he looks like he's tempted, especially maybe the confidence off that previous round.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Playing with fire out there. They will realize they're able to back away. But Kaleido making themselves known. Some good damage done. Certainly not out of the question here. They go rolling downstairs. I think there is a lot of presence, though, ready for them. Quick trade out. There's another right around the corner, though, that I just don't think they're going to be expecting. Yami doesn't quite know how to play it. Moving slowly. Molotov in hand, but Kaleido are just waiting for a free kill to hopefully present itself. And there it may be. Oh, the reface as well. Dangerous game. E-Fire does get it on that FAMAS. Yami sort of holding them upstairs, but they're still looking to make a play on towards this A bomb site. Quick moves, though, from tikuak. Makes him hard to track down. Well played from him, actually.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Pulling further away. It's unfortunate we get into a tech pause because Chinggis Warriors starting to pull seriously away now, right? It's a 9-6, but really should be a 10th as well. I mean, at this point, we're already on kind of the back nine for this game. Chinggis Warriors are looking to close this out and pretty comfortably.
Tech coming in here. We'll have to see if it's wrapped up quickly. But yeah, there's obviously a big shift here. This is another thing, another side of the coin, right? Why in your minds you might see the Chinggis Warriors a little lackadaisical. On that T side, they weren't getting super deep. They were just kind of going through the motions. When it stopped working, they couldn't quite figure it out. But this CT side just looks absolutely relentless. And it seems to be something that they really do have over a number of teams within this cup, within the region at the moment as well. Just some super solid players on the CT side, but also I think like coordinated moves and mid-rounding and everything. They're really good on it.
I feel you. My assumption this is a tech pause on the side of Kaleido, just by the lack of kind of investment. Not that they're going to full buy in towards this one anyway, but more so like upgraded pistols. I expect them to kind of join Ruben with the Tech 9s. He did just buy 2 flashes though. So conspiracy here is that if he's buying util, they're getting ready to get going. We'll see. It does feel very, very unlikely at this point that we're at, though, that map number 3 of Ancient is going to be required.
Yeah, a huge turnaround obviously going to be needed here. That much is obvious. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen in this round. So, yeah, you're not leaving yourself a lot of room, basically. And we've seen how things go down. It just seems like there is a lot more experience available for Chinggis Warriors to draw from. We are back into it, though, as the timeout comes to a close. So time to put your money where your mouth is, Kaleido. They've got something to work with for this round, right? The Tech 9s certainly able to get it done. And we saw a number of rounds on the lower buyer situations come closer than perhaps they should have done. Always something in this region that they love, a bit of a gloves off kind of round like this.
Molly down as the legs spotted. They're going to go through the flames as well. Asia-Pacif, that is a questionable choice. And while same for Spine, Rage, Ruben and Suki, because they all get mowed down and massacred towards A. That was easy.
Maybe far too easy, you might say. But indeed, just looking really solid. I think they're just very, very comfortable on this CT side. And, you know, rounds like that compound that fact. The rifle play, the mid-rounding is one thing, but sometimes you do get blindsided by a low buy. Not going to happen here. So, really well played. And they do indeed seem to keep it coming.
Ooh, Gullis for the first. It's Rage that drops. Got the right idea as well. As this smoke fades, or if it gets broken open, Ruben just caught off guard by it. Takes a pop shot, but it's a little late. Easy opening double for Coolest. Up to 17 kills.
Crazy work. We do love to see it, though. And, you know, he was that one player we were kind of joking about on map number 1. Didn't have, like, the 4K or the Ace crazy round. There was, like, 3, maybe even 4 of them. But he is ever consistent. E-fire. Holding down below. Happy to take the fight here. He's dropped the bomb with that as well, so a really big amount of information. The support comes along to help him. And it really is that simple at the moment for the Chinggis Warriors. Kaleido dropped off a cliff into this second half, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, there's so little left to kind of grasp on for with this Kaleido side. They've checked out. It really does feel like it. They did have that decent first half, and it felt like there might be a bit of a chance here, but T-side was the bane of their existence towards Inferno too, and nothing's changed here on Nuke. CT side is considerably a little, you know, easier, just because the setups are a little bit more stable. You just play towards the sites and have no issues. Very questionable choice by Suki. Dry peeking ramp at range. Granted, you can't know there's an AWP there, and Coolest has been playing towards outside of it, but even still, what did he expect is going to happen there? He's crouch peeking around that corner too. Yami, a freebie on the cards here as well. He's going to trigger discipline. It's Rue was nearly stealing it away. Yami swings in, gets his kill, but he'll fall to the hands of XP Sasiki. So there's still something brewing outside.
Might be a move on the cards. E-fire is here once again, though. Good job in the previous round of anchoring things, and maybe going to try and look for a timing. Meanwhile, they creep down secret, and there is a player posted up in the form of Rue. Ready and waiting to go. It seems to be a B finish for the T side. I don't know if they can get away with it, though, right? It's pretty tough. It's going to be a quick flank on the way. There's support from ramp as well.
Time ticking.
If Rue can get one and stay alive, I think that's really all they're asking. Oh, doesn't know which way to turn. Lacks a bit of confidence, and the gap closes. XP Sasiki uses the lack of information to his advantage, so all of a sudden, it has actually been turned around in a pretty big way.
Yeah, this is on. Spine to weird angle, and he will get the kill. It's so unorthodox. And all on E-Fire, breaks open the windows. He's just trying to draw attention away, but I don't actually know if he's even given this one a go. Nadal bank round, and I think that'll be his call for him to get out of dodge. He's going to stick around for exits, but they're going out via ramp. I don't blame them. They have no need to fight him on this tail end. So that's not a bad mid to late round, in all fairness, from Kaleido, and they finally get around on the board on this T side. Even still, a long, long road to recovery. If Rue gets even just one kill there, it's probably on.
Yeah, just a bit of a nuisance by that time for the AWPer to get in to assist. Could have made a big difference, but not where we're at, unfortunately. So, a lifeline. A very, very weak one at the moment, perhaps. Gonna need to strengthen things up as it goes on if Kaleido want to keep this third map dream alive. Of course, Chinggis Warriors, it's a hiccup, but they have plenty of money, in fact, to rebuy in, and maybe into the next as well. Coolest. Trained in. Backing away here, but little does he know that angle could have been big for him. However, just making it seem like a retreat. Rue is close. This could get messy. Looks like they want to move towards the ramp. Oh, the nade makes it a bit weird. Oh, no. Three-piece for him on the back of the smoke of that nade. Crazy work. The crunch is coming in here as well. So XP Sasiki smells a rat. Unfortunately, his sense of smell not quite good enough. Chinggis Warriors back in.
Yeah. A map and series point for them. One more round before they book their spot in towards that grand final too. Oh, Rue, really well done. He needed kind of those kills in that round prior as they were popping in towards the B side, but he makes up for it in spades there in round number 19. It's just about a bite for Kaleido. They get AKs across the board. Util's a little thin. And Ruben can't even go for head armor. XP's actually going to sell up the AK. Oh no, he sells the Galil back as he wants firepower. We're taking attack pause to discuss this, but it already feels like the curtains have been closed, really, on this game. Chinggis Warriors, sure, it's a little sloppier than it was on towards Inferno, but the result remains the same.
Indeed it does. I think this is a real tough showing for Kaleido, a team that we had a bit of hope for to compete, to maybe bring it to a third. Unfortunately, not enough from them. We've had one good half, and that is not going to win you a game of Counter-Strike. I think that is for sure. So we'll continue to see them, of course. This is the upper bracket side of things. And maybe there is a chance for them to close the gap as I talk as though they're already dead. But Chinggis Warriors have just got our full faith, I think, to close this one out. E-Fire opens up proceedings here in what could be the final round.
Only down hard in case of an initial push. The smoke can be set up forward. Single, it's Yami who finds Suki. Coop in the beginning of the end. E-Fire doubles back and he's caught and pinted in between two. It's all now on the shoulders of Rage in a 1 versus 3. I don't think he's got a chance here. Tikuak should have no issues, and that is the case. 13-7. Chinggis Warriors close out their map pick and the series, booking their spot in towards the grand final.
Yeah, looking really good while doing so as well. They keep up the very clean run thus far, not dropping double digits at all now for 8 maps in a row, all 2 zeros. Chinggis Warriors really do have this one in the palm of their hands. It feels like